Y'all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan at my favorite beach, Rock Beach. It is, what is it, March 7th today. It's like 40 degrees right now, so it's not too bad. There's always dry rocks to look at down here, so I know I'll have stuff to look at. I did bring my water bottle, but let's get down here. I'm kind of just down here to see the condition of the ice, I guess, and see where we're at for rock hunting this spring. So let's get down here and see what we got. Okay, so we are down here and there is actually no ice left at all. But as you can see, the water is way down, you know, it's all sand all along this way. So we're gonna go that way, go up by those big kind of, you know, patches of rocks up there and see what we got down there. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful out here. All right, so I didn't even get 5 steps and I found this guy right here. Look at that piece of porphyritic rhyolite, that black and red. Actually, might even be able to use the water today, so I'll get that wet and I'll take a nice picture. All right, let's find some more. Okay, so I just found this one. I just like this stuff. This is just diabase. You know, those are all just different formations in there. It's all kind of built together and then it just gets differentially weathered. That's why I didn't get it wet, because they always look like this on the beach. Like, they always weather out in between those crystal structures and they're like that. I just like it. It's cool. All right, let's keep going. So I gotta say, this is probably the coolest looking, like actually being able to hunt the big stuff at the bottom. You know, usually this is all covered in water. You can kind of see that big rock right there, like that's usually covered in water even. So there's some potential for some like really big stromatoporoids probably in this stuff, because just nobody ever sees it. So hopefully I can find something really cool and, you know, be the first one to see it in a while. Oh, there's a cool piece of something. Yeah, it's just really cool being able to look at this real big stuff, like, you know, crazy size stuff. Hopefully I can find a giant stromatoporoid. All right, just found this guy. This is another thing I find a lot. This is just gabbro, so I didn't get it wet again, so you could see all the kind of like metally flashes in there. You know, all the pyroxenes and all the different things. It's basically just a dark granitoid, you know, with lots of different pyroxenes and, you know, really flashy stuff in there. So it's another really cool thing. Sometimes you can cut them and you can get really cool crystal formation, you know, cross patterns in there. Just another cool thing that I like that you'll probably see a lot of. Just found these two kind of right in the same spot. It's very gritty stromatoporoid. You can see all those layers in there though, and then it's kind of got like in matrix on it, so that's a cool little one. And then I found this guy. Look at how tightly packed these chains are, so you can see the sides of them there, and then look at right there, like all that patterning in there. That might be one to bring home and try in the acid, but I'm not 100% sure that I'll take anything today, but we'll see. But two really cool things right next to each other. That's a really good chain. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I had to record this thing. Look at this. All the way around. I don't even know what that is, if that's just like chert with inclusions in there. I don't know. It's really cool though. I might have to keep that one just because it's kind of crazy. I'll get it wet here once too, maybe, and see if it changes color. It kind of just looks black to me now. Ooh. Yeah, there it kind of went. Yeah, kind of rhyolite color. That's weird. I wonder if that's just weathering on the outside or if that would go through. But I think I am going to keep that one either way. Kind of looks like a heart on the bottom. All right, onward. here's a good example of those huge rocks you could find. I think this thing is just solid chert, but it's got all these quartz windows, and then it's got this crazy pocket right here with all these terminated crystals in it. Really, really cool. That is a huge chunk. If I had a bigger saw, I might take something like that to cut it open, but obviously it's a little too big for what I'm working with right now, I think, but really, really cool. Okay, so I just found this galaxy stone or amygdaloidal basalt. It's got some color in it. It's got some color on the outside edges. Red, yellow, blue, white. So that might actually be one to cut. I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna take stuff today, but I'll hang on to this one till the end just in case, because this is probably gonna be a pretty good cutter if I would take it. So, all right, onward. Alright, so I just found this, whatever it is. It's like a mishmash of chert. It's got a big lighter colored like gray chert right there. It's got all these layers. It's like, and some darker chert on the top right there. Crazy, really cool looking though. Just a really cool piece of chert. Chert. So I don't find a lot of this, so I decided to zoom in here. So this is kind of what it looked like, but if you look right here, I can get it in the sun, hopefully. There's a very cool oolitic jasper, like the red. You can see the tiny little dots, hopefully, in there. So I don't know if I would take something like this to cut, if it's like that through the whole thing. I might, but we'll save her till the end again. All right, onward. Kind of up on the spot that's never really uncovered by water. The water is usually up to like this line of rocks right here. So it's like, I don't know, I would say 10 or 15 feet shorter than it normally is. So I'm hoping I can find a monster piece of something in this real big stuff. And actually, while I'm standing here, I see this, oh, nothing on the bottom, but nice fossil soup on the top. Maybe like bryozoans or plants. Really cool. All right, so hopefully we can find a big monster stromatoporoid. All right, so I just saw that right on the edge of the water. I'm gonna grab it. It's probably just some chert or something, but it just looks really cool. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. That is unbelievable. Green and orange and black. Super orange on this side. Really cool. So never would have seen that, you know, if the water wasn't so low. Really cool rock. Big. It'd be a cool landscaping rock probably, but I'm not carrying it. All right, onward. Okay, so here's another one this one was buried in between these rocks way down here. Look at that Favicites. Look at the top of that thing. Totally full all the way through. And then totally full through the other side too, just like a perfect dome. So I might actually have to keep that one too. That's one of the better pieces I think I found. All right, yeah, it's really cool to be able to look in between all these big rocks. You know, it's just a totally different place today. I'm glad I came. I'm kind of at the midway point. You usually have to walk up around all of this whole section of rocks because you can't, usually the water's like all the way up to where that branch is. But yeah, it's not today. So actually I have never seen any of these rocks this whole section. So keeping my hopes up for some giants. Just found this guy. Super nice, very light. Like, look at the patterning on the side, like right there. All the way around the whole thing. And the whole bottom is full too. It's probably the best one I think that I've ever found. So that one's definitely coming home with me. Sweet. Past the sandy area, now I actually have a bunch of wet rocks to look at. So this is the best hunt day ever, I think. So fingers crossed. First find in this stretch. Really cool piece of porphyry. It's actually got red spots and blue spots. So it might be like, I don't know, it might be galaxy stone just with like a green matrix base and then some bigger feldspar crystals in there, those big chunkers. Really cool. Just found this guy. This is a piece of that like morphed out breccia kind of, I don't know, just crazy. It's like purple and yellow, but then when you cut on the inside, all that yellow turns green in there, like a forest green. So I usually collect this stuff when I find it because I don't find too much of it and it looks really cool on the inside. So this one's pretty big. I don't know, maybe we'll keep it, but let's find some more. So look at this thing. Sharp black lines around quartz. Then you got your feldspar going through the back. Some more black lines. It's really, really cool looking. Kind of goes all the way around the whole ring and then has a cap on it. Really cool. So this may be the biggest amygdaloidal basalt I've ever found. It's probably like 8 inches long. Tons of little pockets in there. All the way around, some deep red. And then totally full on this side too. That one's gonna have to be a real thinker. Look at that pocket right there. That's sweet with the pink. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost perfect for cutting too, or for like a free form. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be picking through some stuff today to see what I want to bring home. But all right, let's find a few more and then we'll flip around and we'll do all these dry rocks on the way back. Okay, so it is definitely Galaxy Stone Day, because look at this one, another huge chunker. Some red and blue, purple, white, yellow, just tons today, crazy. A lot of little agatized pockets. Like this is probably the last one and this one are probably the two fullest ones I've ever seen actually. So I might keep this one too, but let's see what happens. Okay, so almost to the end here, and I think I found my first pumpkin ceramic right there. It's got that telltale little stump in it. I haven't looked at it yet. Oh yeah. Oop, lost my son. Yeah, that definitely is one for sure. Ooh, it's very, very thick. All the way around, all the layers. Then you got the stump right in the bottom. I don't know if that's a keeper or not. Oh, you got some other stuff going on right there too. Maybe some correlates or something. Really cool. I don't think I'll keep it because it's not really, I don't know. It's kind of gritty looking. You know, ones that I keep that are really big, I want to cut big slabs out of, so I'm not sure if this will do that. But all right, so now we're going to turn around and we're going to hit this first cut of dry rocks all the way back. Just found two kind of right next to each other. First is this huge piece of limestone with this big slice of favicites going through it. That's really cool. And then right here, right next to it, is like a gastropod hole, I think. That spiral that goes down into there. I always find them in such big rocks though, so I don't really have any specimens at home, but really cool. I guess I spoke too soon. Here's another one. It's actually got like one embedded in there, a shell there. Let's see if I can get the sundown in there. There's another perfect spiral, and then a Cyto one right there. So I might actually take this as a specimen, because that's actually, oh, another little one right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. All right, let's find a couple more. So I'm pretty much back to the car. Didn't find too much else noteworthy, but I am keeping some stuff for sure. So I will get home, I'll get that all cleaned up, and I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so I'm home. I got everything cleaned up. So as you can see, I did keep some stuff. You know, I just found such cool stuff today. I had to keep some stuff. So first of all, these three big pieces of galaxy stone, like just totally packed with all different color pockets all the way around pretty much. Some purple there, orange, red, yellow. Just, you know, this is definitely the biggest full galaxy stone I've ever found. And then this might be the second biggest one right here. And it's not bad. There's some red and green, yellow, little bit of blue. So I think I'm gonna try to, you know, figure out some kind of big project to do with these. And then this was the third one that I found. This one just has crazy kind of pockets in it, a little bit of white, but just a really crazy galaxy stone day, I guess. So I kept those three. I did keep this favicites. It's a little wet right now, but this thing is totally full, just all the way through. And all the way through to this side. So I'm thinking about just shining this whole thing up both sides, and then it'll just be like a fin standing there as like a free form. I think that would be sweet. This is a really good piece for that. So I kept that one. Then I did keep this one that has these, I want to say gastropod impressions like that right there, and then that might actually be a gastropod shell right there. So that was cool. And then this, it had it in the side too. So that's really the only one of those I think I've ever found that was small enough to take home. So that's really cool. So that'll be like a specimen piece. And then I did keep that big stromatoporoid just for that same thing again, like just having it stand like this. Maybe I can get it shined up a little bit and still keep that stump in there. And that would be another really cool freeform piece, I thought. So I had to keep it. It was just the only big chunker stromatoporoid I found today. Then this thing, this very light, is by far the best one that I've ever found. This is like specimen piece, so it's all the way around. Like you can see it even went into like some banding patterns right there. Like I've never even seen that really. And it goes all the way around this side, and then the back is kind of full. But then when you flip it over, the whole other side is just totally covered too. There's even like a piece, like you can see that it's kind of like a thick pocket in there. So that's really, really cool. So this is gonna stay just like this forever. I'll never touch this thing. That's like perfect specimen for very light. And then last but not least was this super weird thing, which, you know, I still don't know what it is. It could be magnetite. That's why I have my little magnet out here. You know, there you can see it. It picks it up very faintly, but it does pick it up. So it's magnetic a little bit, but it's got this brown, or I don't know if it's mudstone, but it's, you know, I don't know what it is. It could just be a piece of magnetite and then it weathered out and some mudstone got in there or something. I don't know. It's just a really cool, weird piece though. So this was definitely probably one of my most fun hunts, I think, that I've ever been on. And it was in March, so that's cool. All right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups of these at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.